You know the part of the song, everybody sings along. Well, that's us, listen up, shout it out, I'm talking all night. The end is nowhere in sight. From the streets to the tracks, here's to never looking back, cause the past doesn't last. Long as we're together, just keeps getting better. Just keeps getting better. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we make the rules. Break 'em when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. Unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We could be in for some fireworks in today's game. Both teams ranked in the top 10 in total yards. The Vikings are top 10 in total yards, and they go up against a Colts defense that will need to be at the top of its game. A year ago, our commentators would have been freezing outside. Now they're in a warm booth in a brand new stadium as we say hello to our guys in Minneapolis, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, in 2 years' time, it will host Super Bowl 52. You get a look inside the impressive new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams sprint plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was
one there.
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field and really stretch a defense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go.
Bridgewater now on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Let's go.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Mike Adams can cover receivers whether he's playing in the slot or outside the numbers at cornerback.
Second down, Bridgewater. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Ayers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Lott. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So it'll be first down here after the run. On 1st and 10, Locke. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Xavier Rhodes is a cornerback who does not mind being physical. Whether he's covering passes or coming up in the run game, he's going to be there to make an impact.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Phillip Dorsett hauls it in. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
And they pick up a first down, and as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
You know, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A first-time Pro Bowler a year ago, Everson Griffin, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Hilton, the lone receiver, right. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. That is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Daniel Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did.
Let's go.
And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be first down, Vikings.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Let's go.
Bridgewater gives to Peterson on the draw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And that's a big one for AP. His 3rd of the season, but more importantly, 100 rushing touchdowns now in his career.
And what an accomplishment, because when you think about the normal careers of running backs, they're not around long enough to get close to 100 touchdowns scored on the ground. Adrian Peterson, often in a class by himself, one of the best we've ever seen.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll run it here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Block on 3rd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw on second down is Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
The 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with fourth down coming up.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw is Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On first down, Luck. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So 2nd and 10 here. One receiver left is Hilton. On 2nd and 10, Luck. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And able to find Dorsett. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They come out here in the I. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. One receiver left is Hilton. Second and goal to go now. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Luck on the sneak, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And he's got it up and through. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd down, Bridgewater. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Bridgewater to throw it. Deep drop. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's a punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Back deep for the Colts is Philip Dorsett.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out here in the eye. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a first down throw. Lock. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Love. And his throw is incomplete. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
So now the offense is facing a first down and 20 after that last mistake. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On second down, here's Locke. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Third and long, it's Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw. Love. He's got it to Hilton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. 1 receiver left is Hilton. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game. But here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game. And if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit. Try it that way.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, Luck. And able to find Dorsett. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Tackle made there by Sharif Floyd.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. 1 receiver left is Hilton. Now a play fake here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
On 2nd and 10, Locke completes it to Moncrief left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Locke on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Shipped together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place.
And that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get him thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Let's go, let's go. Check three.
Here's Luck now on second down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
Third and 2, Luck. Man open left side is Brown. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling. Immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. The second down throw for Bridgewater. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Bridgewater now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
A gain of 3, second down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Second down, Bridgewater. Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And now a first down following that long gain. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run with Peterson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The throw on second down is locked. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second and 10, Luck again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Yeah, you love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Shift together here from the D-line. They run again with Peterson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Here's Bridgewater, and he's able to find Diggs. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again, Peterson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
And they just hit another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Peterson alone in the backfield. Bridgewater fakes a give to Peterson. That is caught inside the 5. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. One receiver left is Hilton. On 2nd and 10, Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Throwing is Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
Luck on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That man can lead, Charles. How do you defend a pass like that and a receiver that good?
Partner, you're really doing it through prayer because you can cover them totally downfield, but at the end, their athleticism actually allows them to uncover themselves and go over the top of you and make a play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Locke. He's going to let it fly. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover. And that should just about do it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They pitch it out to Peterson. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the game there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down.